my name is Abby. I just wanted to do a quick testimonial for Victoria Kennedy. Our family home has been haunted for quite some time. There's always been things happening. You would hear footsteps in the hallways. You would hear banging on the walls. I've heard a woman's voice. I have seen figures. I've been woken up to a man standing next to me, well, what appeared to be a man, a dark figure of a man. My daughter, who is now one, was having trouble sleeping. She was seeing things that were scaring her. It was waking her up. She was looking across the room at something that was bothering her. Both of my children, their fighting had escalated when we moved back in with my family. The tensions here were basically like a magnet to whatever dark entities were in the house. I noticed a huge shift in my children and myself, and I just need help. So I was lucky enough to find Victoria, who is, by the way, one of the nicest people you'll ever meet and very down to earth and real. She came in, she got a feel of the house, she walked through. Right away she picked up on the thing that was here, and let's just say it was not good. And there was quite a few of them. I was telling her, get out, you don't belong here. She did a walkthrough with us, and we were feeling the same feeling she was feeling at the exact same time. It's different when you experience it versus watching it on TV or like hearing about it or anything really. We had like goosebumps coming up on our arms at the same time, feelings of sadness when she approached a female entity that was just stuck here. I needed to pass on. So it was really crazy. That is exactly why we found her. She was able to come in, clean the house, clear it of any darkness that was hovering around here and basically feeding off of my entire family. It's been great ever since. It's really amazing. Like, it's hard to find the words because there's so many words out there that can't really fully describe the feeling of like how great it actually is. My daughter instantly, same day it was clean, slept amazingly. Back to naps. The boys are fighting, they're two brothers, okay, but normal fighting. Nothing to the escalation of what it was before. We're all getting along better. My parents, who also live here, they're feeling less dragged down because it was kind of leeching on to them. It's just a lighter feeling in here, and without Victoria, it would not be like this. My family's lived here for 20, 30 years. I moved back home, started feeling the things again. They got used to it. I was not cool with it. Victoria came in, cleaned it up, did a great job. She's very professional, very courteous, and I truly appreciate her. She also came through with some messages from my grandmother, gave me some insight into current things in my life that I needed help with, and she was spot on. She really is a true beacon in the darkness. So I really encourage anyone to really just talk to her. There's nothing to be afraid of. Thank you for listening. I hope that you guys can get the help that we did, and have an open mind, and just many blessings. Thank you.
We had her come to our house to do a clearing because there was several entities in our house, and it was very dark and was trying to attach itself to my granddaughter. She wasn't sleeping. People were getting in fights more. It was just awful. I could feel something in the house, couldn't put my finger on it. So she came to our house and had me walk through the house with her, and I immediately got chills, got a nauseous stomach, I got a headache, and I was scared. I was kind of a skeptic up until this point, and then I believed it. Then we set up our game plan, and she was going to come and clear our house. She did come. I was out of town, and she cleared the house And I came home that night after she cleared it. My house felt clear. It felt light. It didn't feel like there was a ton of people living in my house. My granddaughter slept for the first time in her bed. Then she came back the day after and kind of walked through to make sure everything was okay. And as she was walking through, she stopped and made a comment that there's somebody trying to get a message to somebody. And as she started talking to us about this person that wanted to deliver a message, the more she talked, I found out that it was my mother that came through. She had passed away 25 years ago. So she came through with a message that she loved me and wanted to make sure that I knew she loved me, because it wasn't always said when I was growing up. And then, which was such a nice feeling to know that my mom came through, and she was only able to come through after my house was cleared. I feel much better. My house is so much nicer to be in. People's feelings are much better. It's just been a pleasant experience, and I strongly recommend that anybody have Victoria come to your house or do a 30-minute reading with her. She's such a blessing. She's calms you. She's got a very calming nature.
Hello, I am Allison, and I called Victoria for a reading. She did a reading for me and my son. I wanted to do it just because it would be fun to do, and also because I was curious if she would see anything negative at our house that has been affecting any of us, but especially my son. The readings were really amazing for both of us. She gave us some really eye-opening information. So she did see something here. So we scheduled a walkthrough for the next day. She came over and we went through every room together, and some of the rooms felt heavy. They all felt heavy, some more than others. And she said there's 2 entities in there. So we scheduled a clearing, and when she did the clearing that same day, I felt extremely anxious and almost like I was having a panic attack. I had to go outside a few times to ground so that I could feel better. And then all of a sudden, she did it from afar, so I didn't know exactly when she was doing it, but I had a feeling I knew when she was done, because all of a sudden I felt really happy and really giddy, and really good feeling just washed over me, and couldn't stop smiling, and I don't know, I just felt just like a little kid, just a really excited kid in a candy store for Christmas. And so that was really cool, and the whole energy changed in the house. And ever since then, my son has been overall happier. I have another son that was having a problem concentrating, who is concentrating a lot better now. And that's something that we didn't even realize was happening. For me, another unexpected thing that happened for me was I had a headache, a constant daily headache for years, multiple years. I don't even know when it started, it's been so long. And after the clearing, the headache immediately went away. I haven't had it since, so that's been really good. Yeah, I think that's the gist of it all. We are super thankful for Victoria and what she's done for us, and she truly is a gift from God. Thank you.
My name is Thomas. I met Victoria through our son's karate classes, and she always had a strong feeling that my mom would be with her to tell me hi when I went to go see our kids do karate. And she said, "Thomas, your mom keeps bugging me. She always wants me to say hi to you. She says, how's my little Tommy doing?" And that really hit home with me, because that's my mom used to call me Tommy when I was a little boy. She wanted to give me a reading, so I agreed. She went to my house, gave me like an hour reading. Oh my God, she was on point about everything. Was so right that no one else could possibly know these things. She just touched home with me. It was a great experience. I highly recommend her for any spiritual or any advice you can get through her. She's the best. Thank you.